What's up, everybody? Of all the, I guess 17 or 16 countries I visited, all the many cities, all the world traveling, this day is going to be perhaps the most exciting ever, because we are seeing the Roman Colosseum, probably the most famous landmark in the world. I'm really just a magnet for it. In any case, we're gonna see that. We're gonna see Palatine Hill. We're gonna see the Roman Forum. I mean, this is it. This is ancient Roman history. It's as good as it gets. So, looking forward to it. Hopefully I don't get accosted by too many more street merchants asking where I'm from. Whoops. So, yeah, should be a good one, folks. Join us. Alright, folks, we made it. The Roman Colosseum. One of the most famous landmarks in the world, next to the Eiffel Tower. Perhaps even more famous than that. This was, of course, the site of gladiatorial combat in ancient Rome, where warriors would fight for fame, glory, riches, though often finding only death. And of course, many were slaves, so they didn't have any option. Christians were eaten by lions here, killed for their faith, and a bunch of other super uncool stuff happened as well, like the Romans training a bull to rape a woman to death to reenact Greek myths. Still, in spite of its bloody history, can't help but admire this incredible monument. And the fact that it's lasted so long, I mean, 2,000 years. Pretty amazing. Captured Western imagination for a long time. As is always the case, there's a museum as well, which is wholly unnecessary because I could just walk around this monument without any explanation all day. It's incredible. Very much in keeping with Karl Marx's idea of bread and circus, entrance to the Colosseum would have been free for everyone in Rome. Because nothing calms people down like watching other people kill each other. No, it's kept them entertained, so they wouldn't be rebelling against the emperor. It's important. The emperor was not always so popular. I don't know what that sound is, but walking around here, you see that stadium design has not changed that much since the time of the Romans. If you added the seats onto where they're supposed to be, this would basically look like a shoe. Yeah, right here. Yeah. No, the view out of the Colosseum provides some, I was about to say the view out of gives nice views, but it does. You have the Arch Titus down there, this arch, the name of which I do not know right here, and some of the archaeological sites down there. Due piani. Sì. There we go, one of the modern wonders of the world. Done and dated. Well, now head over to the Palatine Hill complex, which has a bunch of ruins on it as well. So it should be quite exciting. Of the 7 hills of Rome, the one we find ourselves on right now, the Palatine Hill, is by far the most historically important because it was here in 753 BC that Romulus founded the eternal city of Rome. Later, it was here that Augustus Caesar made his palace, booting off the rest of the people who lived on this particular hill. It's actually from the word Palatine that we get the modern word palace. He built that palace here. So this particular area was a stadium of sorts. Oh, it was a garden?
Well,
garden stadium.
The stadium, in fact, it was a garden, more specifically a hippodromus.
Well, apparently it's a hippodromus, which I thought was a stadium.
In Rome, hippodromes, originally areas where horses were exercised, came to be elongated rectangular spaces with paths and cloth.
Well, there you have it. So this area would have been the part of the palace that was really for the emperor. It's part of the Palatine. It's crazy to remember walking, I mean, probably not the exact same ground, but similar ground to where Augustus might have walked, strolling through his private quarters. The fact that these walls are still standing, absolutely incredible. That's Rome, you really do. I mean, it's particular in this area, but overall, you feel like you're walking through ancient history. Oh, it says Domus Augustana, so I believe Augustus's house. Wow, goes all the way down there. Oh, down there is where we walked yesterday. Circus Maximus. Quite a nice view. So according to the signs, this was Nero's palace. It's interesting because without the context, this sort of just looks like, you know, random wall ruins. You wouldn't know that this was the center of Roman political life in the early ADs. So. So I think this area, we're going back yet further in time, sort of been during the Roman Republic era. That cistern dates back to 600 BC. Only 100 years after Romulus would have founded the city. These here were temples. The top of Il Palatino, Palatine Hill, offers a great panorama of Rome. You see over there, the monument to Victor Emmanuel, King Victor Emmanuel we saw yesterday. I believe down there have the Roman Forum, which we're going to shortly. And way out in the distance, St. Peter's Cathedral, Basilica, whatever it's called, which we'll be seeing tomorrow. Rome is a pretty spectacular city from above, for sure. We're mostly back down the hill now. We find ourselves at the base of the Arch of Titus. Not one of the most impressive arches we've seen thus far on our trip. Still pretty cool. So down here at the base of the Palatino, that's where we were up there, it's the Roman Forum, the heart of democracy in the Roman Republic. And a theater, a few churches, which would not have been here during the Roman Republic, since that predated Christ. Even this time of year, there's still plenty of tour groups, though it's overall not been too crowded. That's the Temple of Antonius, or Antoninus. I guess, and Faustina. Just, I mean, looking around, there's too much to even see just in this little area. Here we are in the Roman Forum proper. This was probably the most important area in Roman life during the Republic period. It was here that people gathered for political purposes, and it was here that many of the most famous events in early Roman history occurred, like the rape of the Sabian women. Looks up at the Palatine Hill, the birthplace of Rome. You can really feel the energy in this place. So it was from here that people would address the crowds, be out here in the Forum. Doesn't look so remarkable now, but I'm sure at the time. And perhaps one of the most enduring images of the Roman Forum is Temple to Saturn. Only the facade of which remains. But certainly when you picture the Roman Forum, this is the area you picture, right around here. Now up ahead of us is the Capitolio, the role of which is as of yet unknown to me. So I believe it's a separate ticket to get in there, but I may have to explore that on Thursday. Alright, we're back at it. Got some EDM violin going on behind us as we look at the Forum of Nerva, which is across from the more famous Roman Forum, well, generally across sort of in this area. So we were up there last night, and I mistakenly said this was the Roman Forum from up there, when it is in fact Trajan's Forum. Trajan, of course, being one of the emperors of Rome. But it's this sprawling complex, once again, tons of ruins. Not maybe as well preserved as some of the other ones, but remarkable alone for the fact that they are just left out here, not really that well maintained, it seems like, and it certainly seems as though, I mean, you have free access to them, so no security anywhere. And our final site of the day, Trajan's Column, which is right next to the archaeological site, also named for Trajan, and a street also named for Trajan. So it's a very Trajan-centric area. But yeah, that's gonna just about do it for today, which I think was a pretty exciting one. Seeing all the archaeological sites, seeing the Colosseum. And tomorrow we'll be back at it in another country, technically, the Vatican, since it's its own country. Seeing St. Peter's, the Sistine Chapel, all the good stuff. So yeah, hope you'll join me then.